For 15 years, I dealt with plantar warts on my heel. Over time, that single painful bump turned into 6, eventually spreading uncontrollably from the bottom of my foot all the way to my hands and fingers. 2 nationally acclaimed dermatologists put me through multiple treatments. It cost a small fortune, and none of it worked. The actual fix came years later from a local pediatrician treating my 2-year-old son. He suggested a cheap drugstore remedy. Today, we are going to walk through that exact daily routine. I'll show you the specific, cost-effective steps required to clear up stubborn plantar warts right from your own bathroom. Beating this strain of HPV doesn't require a specialist. It comes down to a highly consistent, accessible method of chemical attack and physical suffocation. Before we start, we need to check a few medical boundaries. If you have diabetes, poor circulation, or neuropathy, meaning numbness in your feet, you must stop right here and go straight to a pediatrist. You also need to see a doctor if the wart bleeds excessively, shows signs of severe infection like red streaks or pus, or if the pain is so intense you can't comfortably walk. For anyone with a compromised nervous or circulatory system, attempting these home treatments is dangerous. It puts you at risk for serious infection and lasting tissue damage. Walking pressure pushes plantar warts deep beneath calloused skin. Standard treatments like liquid nitrogen only freeze the surface, missing the deep root. The acid and tape strategy solves this. Acid peels the tough outer skin, while tape suffocates the area, triggering immune cells to attack. To execute this, you need 4 over-the-counter items: a bottle of 40% salicylic acid, a roll of silver duct tape, a basin for warm water, and an emery board or pumice stone. By stripping away the wart's physical arbor, we leave the virus exposed. Once it's unprotected, your internal defenses can finally recognize and clear it out. Step 1 happens at night. Fill your basin with warm water and soak your infected foot for 10 to 15 minutes to soften up that biological armor. Once the skin is soft, take your pumice stone or emery board and gently file away the dead white skin over the wart. You have to treat this filing tool as hazardous material. Warts are highly contagious, so never share this file with anyone else and never use it on healthy parts of your own body. Now we move to step 2. Take your 40% salicylic acid and apply it directly to the newly exposed surface of the wart. Be precise here. You want to coat the infected area completely, but keep the acid off the surrounding healthy skin so you don't cause unnecessary irritation. This preparation phase is what makes the whole system work. By carefully breaching the thick outer defenses, you ensure the chemical payload hits the active virus. Step 3 is the seal. Cut a small piece of silver duct tape, press it firmly over the acid-treated wart, and leave it on while you sleep. In clinical terms, this is occlusive therapy. The tape suffocates the wart and irritates the tissue underneath. That irritation is exactly what we want. It acts like an alarm bell, triggering a targeted immune response to the site. When you wake up, it is time for step 4. Pull the tape off. You will leave the foot completely uncovered during the daytime, so the skin can breathe and dry out. Immediately after you touch the tape or the infected area, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water to contain the virus. Letting the foot air out during the day is as important as sealing it at night. This resting period stops the healthy surrounding skin from breaking down and getting damaged. Step 5 is the hardest part. You have to repeat steps 1 through 4 every single night. No skipped days, no exceptions. This chart tracks a realistic timeline. Eradication takes between 4 and 8 weeks. If you miss a night, your progress stalls. You are committing to up to 2 full months of an unbroken routine. It is a grind, and the area will occasionally feel uncomfortable. But compared to the sharp, repeated pain of surgical freezing at a doctor's office, this slow and steady approach is highly manageable. Success here isn't about hitting the wart with one massive dose of chemicals. Unyielding daily consistency is the ultimate deciding factor in clearing the infection. After sticking to this exact regimen for 2 months, the results spoke for themselves. Both my son's warts and the painful infection I had carried for 15 years were completely gone. To keep them gone, you need to understand where the virus thrives. HPV survives best in warm, damp environments, like public locker rooms and communal pools. Protect yourself by always wearing flip-flops or water shoes in those public spaces. And if you ever spot a suspicious bump on your foot, never pick at it, which just spreads the virus. By mastering this simple, cost-effective routine, You take the power away from an invasive virus. You have the tools, the timeline, and the exact steps to walk away pain-free.